I do find the general Muslim critique of Christianity somewhat compelling.
We no longer have a high priest who sacrifices animals all the time. Instead, he's both priest and sacrifice. And he is merciful because he lived as a human being and knows how hard it is to be a human being.
Your dual role claim, right? Instead, he's high priest and sacrifice. This creates a logical tension, right? How can someone simultaneously be both the one offering the sacrifice and the sacrifice itself, right? This is the paradox that you were talking about. You know, this requires accepting that divinity operates outside of normal logical constraints, brother. He's merciful because he lived as a human being and he knows how hard it is being a human being, right? Your argument assumes that divine understanding requires direct experience, right? You know, it implies that God lacked complete understanding of human experience before the incarnation, right? Man, you guys really walk into this, right? It creates many theological problems, right? Especially for the one who believes in divine omniscience. If God is omniscient, he would already perfectly understand human experience without needing to, be a human being, right? And the logical inconsistencies of simultaneously being both, the priest and sacrifice, right? And deity creates antithetical roles. Someone's going to claim, oh, God isn't bound by human logic, right? If we suspend logic when discussing God, meaningful conversation becomes obsolete. It becomes impossible, right? Logic is the foundation of coherent dialogue. Without it, any statement could be both true. Any statement and its opposite could be both true, right? Religious texts themselves use logical reasoning, right? They present arguments like the Quran. They present arguments. They draw conclusions and they invite what? Contemplation, right? If God transcends human reasoning, if God transcends logic, why would divine revelation appeal to our logical faculties, right? I want you to remember this, sir. Most theological traditions distinguish the difference between, beyond our understanding and contradictory. Something can be both mysterious or beyond complete comprehension without it being illogical, right? Also, sir, instead of abandoning logic altogether, right? Instead, what we could do is we could acknowledge the limitation of human understanding. It's that simple. And still use the rational faculties we possess to do what? To explore theological questions thoughtfully.